The air around the boxing world is electric right now, and it's all because Gervonta "Tank" Davis has chosen Lamont Roach as his next opponent. On the surface, that matchup might sound like just another title defense, but when you dig into what's been said by boxing insiders, legends, and even some of Tank's own peers, you realize this fight has become one of the most talked about events in recent memory. And it's not just about the punches that will be thrown, it's about the shockwaves this could send through the sport. Gervonta Davis isn't just another champion. He's one of the most polarizing and feared fighters in the game today. He's undefeated, a knockout machine, and someone who walks into the ring knowing half the crowd is rooting for his downfall, and the other half is there just to witness another spectacular finish. But Lamont Roach? This is the man many fans underestimated until now, a fighter who's been quietly building his record, taking risks, and now stepping into the biggest moment of his career. For Roach, this is more than a fight. It's his shot at shocking the world. The reactions from pros have been wild. Some say Tank's taking a huge risk by fighting Roach, while others believe this could be the easiest payday of his career. Bernard Hopkins, never shy about giving his 2 cents, said, "This isn't the walk in the park people think it is." Roach has got timing, patience, and enough pop to make Tank think twice. If Tank comes in overconfident, this could be the night the streak ends. Then you've got Sean Porter, who's been in the trenches himself, pointing out that while Tank is explosive, fighters like Roach who know how to stay calm under pressure can cause chaos for a power puncher. Everyone talks about Tank's knockout power, but the real question is, what happens if Roach takes him into deep waters? Nobody knows because we've never seen Tank drowning before. Even Ryan Garcia, who knows firsthand what it's like to be in the ring with Davis, had something to say. If Roach can avoid the left hand for the first 6 rounds, he's got a chance. But that's the problem, avoiding it is almost impossible. Coming from someone who felt Tank's power up close, that's not exactly encouraging news for Roach, but it fuels the storyline that anything can happen in boxing. And while the experts talk strategy, social media has been on fire with debates. Some fans are calling Roach the lamb walking into the lion's den, while others see him as the underdog with nothing to lose, which makes him dangerous. Memes, highlight reels, and even slow-motion breakdowns of Roach's counterpunching have gone viral. But here's where the drama gets even juicier. There are whispers that this fight isn't just about defending a belt. Rumors suggest that Tank is eyeing a massive super fight later this year, possibly with Shocker Stevenson, or even a rematch with Garcia. If that's true, it raises the question, is Tank looking past Roach? Because if he is, history tells us that's when upsets happen. Floyd Mayweather, Tank's former mentor, threw gasoline on the fire by posting on Instagram, "Every fight is dangerous. Overlook nobody." Coming from the guy who built a career on staying undefeated, that message sounded more like a warning than casual advice. Meanwhile, Lamont Roach has been playing it cool, giving calm, measured interviews where he talks about respect for Tank, but also about showing the world what they've been sleeping on. He's been training like a man possessed, and his team has been unusually tight-lipped about their game plan, which has only made fans more curious. Andre Ward, the undefeated legend, summed it up perfectly. If Roach can stay disciplined, keep the fight in the center of the ring, and not let Tank dictate the pace, he can win. But he's got to be perfect for 12 rounds. Tank only has to be perfect for a second. That's the reality of fighting someone with Tank's power. One slip, and it's lights out. But here's the twist. Roach has been working on some changes to his style. Sparring footage that leaked a few weeks ago shows him sitting down on his punches more, looking sharper with his right hand. Analysts say if that right hand can find its way past Tank's guard, we could see Davis in real trouble for the first time in his career. Of course, Tank has heard it all before. Every opponent claims they have the secret to beating him, and yet 30-plus fights in, nobody has cracked the code. He walks into press conferences with that same icy stare, that same smirk that says, "I've already beaten you in my head." And let's be real, confidence like that is a weapon in itself. The undercard for this event is stacked, but no one's talking about it because all eyes are on the main event. Pay-per-view numbers are expected to be massive, especially with the amount of trash talk and speculation swirling around. Promoters are selling it as the unstoppable force versus the unseen threat, and honestly, that's not far off. Boxing Twitter has been ruthless, with clips of Tank's knockouts playing side by side with videos of Roach getting tagged in past fights, the implication being that this one's over before it starts. But the die-hard Roach supporters are quick to fire back with his recent performances, where he's shown improved defense and sharper counters. Former champ Timothy Bradley isn't convinced it'll be a walkover for Tank. This is what happens when you're at the top, everybody's gunning for you. Roach isn't just showing up for a payday, he's coming to win. If Tank sleeps on him for even a moment, he's gonna pay for it. The closer we get to fight night, the more intense the coverage gets. Training camp photos, sparring updates, interviews, fans are dissecting every detail. Tank's been seen working heavily on body shots, which could be a sign he's looking to slow Roach down early. Roach, on the other hand, has been putting in road work at high altitude, a possible sign that he's preparing for a grueling 12 rounds. And then there's the mental game. Roach has been eerily calm, smiling through media day, while Tank's been more fiery than usual, snapping at reporters who question his choice of opponent. Some say that's a sign Tank feels disrespected, others think it's nerves, rare for a man so used to the spotlight. Either way, the boxing world is split. Half expect Tank to make quick work of Roach and set up that mega fight later this year. The other half sees this as the perfect storm for an upset, an overlooked challenger with nothing to lose and everything to gain. Fight week will be chaos. The weigh-in face-off is almost guaranteed to go viral, and if there's even the slightest shove or heated word exchange, you can bet it'll dominate headlines. The first bell on fight night won't just start a boxing match. It'll be the culmination of weeks of hype, speculation, and heated debate. Whether it ends in one of Tank's trademark highlight reel knockouts or a shocking decision that rewrites the narrative, this fight is going to leave people talking. And in a sport where moments define legacies, both men know what's at stake. For one, it's about proving his dominance yet again. And for the other, it's about seizing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to turn the boxing world upside down. One thing's for sure, when Gervonta Davis steps into the ring with Lamont Roach, the world will be watching, and every punch, every slip, every second will carry the weight of careers, reputations, and the dreams of two fighters who believe destiny is theirs for the taking.